You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good day to you, Dan.
Hey, happy Cinco de Mayo, babies.
It is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I would say we co-opt another whatever we do. Why do we do
Heritage?
that again? Celebrate? Why do
It's
we
just to
celebrate
drink
Cinco
more
de
beer.
Mayo?
I don't know.
Because I don't think they do that in Mexico.
Not nearly as much as we do here.
In fact, I think they mock us.
And it's mainly in bars here.
There's mockage going on.
Yeah, there is a bit of mockage.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah, congratulations there. It's a hoagie day.
Hoagie day, yeah.
Hoagie, or you call them subs, or you call them
I love
submarines,
hoagies.
whatever. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite hoagie, Dan?
I do, actually.
What's your favorite?
It always has to be of the Italian bent.
Ooh, Italian hoagie.
Got to have some Italian going on there. That's
Yeah.
all there is to it. And probably most importantly, it is the National Day of Prayer.
It is.
Prayer. Anybody else? You guys have like prayer ADHD? John, you
All
must.
the time.
Yeah, I start praying and then because here's the thing, I try every morning and every evening to thank God for all the things I'm thankful for. And then halfway through it, I'm going through my to-do list as well. And God's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, oh yeah, sorry about that. I'm also thankful for.
Yeah, I just wander off. It's almost immediate. And I've been doing it so long, and I still, when I get frustrated, it's like I fire it up, hey, God, it's Dan, and I don't use my last name because I'm guessing he knows. And I start praying, and I just kind of wander off, and I try to, make a comeback, and I'm all like, sorry, God, yeah, you know what? Let's just be honest here. I'm not very good at this.
I think that's Satan. Don't you think
Probably.
so? Trying to disrupt your prayers.
Yeah, I just wander off. I was like, sitting there. It was
Yeah.
like this morning. It was like 5 o'clock, sipping a little cup of coffee. It's prayer time. Oh, God. I wonder, Twins beat the Orioles last night. What is wrong with me? Yeah, it just is what it is, man.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I do my best. Yes. Big birthdays today. Michael Palin, Monty Python fame.
I love him.
And a fish called
so
Wanda.
Much.
Yeah,
He's
funny guy.
79
Nice.
today. Tina Yothers.
You talked to her.
It was one of the greatest interviews ever. She, of course, was Jennifer, the younger sister, the youngest sibling on Family Ties.
Yeah.
With Heidi's boyfriend, Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And she's 49 today, by the way. And it was way back in the day. I was working with still one of my greatest friends, Craig Maddock.
Good guy.
Dan and Craig show at another station here in town. And for some reason, he had issues with Tina Yothers. I never did know why, but she'd be in the news or whatever. Because at the time, Family Ties was a huge show.
Yeah.
And I don't care for Tina. Well, what happened is she had a birthday coming up, and I want to say this was probably the early 90s
So
or
it was
so.
like today.
Yeah, and the TV, the series hadn't been on for a couple of years at this point. And so just because it was her birthday, I used her, and I threw it out there. Hey, if anybody knows Tina, if she calls within the next couple hours, I've got $104.70 station T-shirt and a Dan and Craig coffee mug for her.
Oh, nice.
Well, everybody knows somebody, and I'll be darned.
Somebody knew her, and she called
Somebody
in.
calls in. I get Tina Yothers' home number from
Nice.
somebody. I'm going, seriously, I can call. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Well, it's out in California, so it's a few hours behind us. Anyway, we get hold of Tina Yothers. And Craig's just sitting there looking angry, which was hilarious. She is sitting in bed watching cartoons, eating Fruity Pebbles.
Nice.
While she talks to us.
Exactly the way it
Was
should
just
be.
a more and tells us big plans now. She's not doing the TV thing anymore. She's throwing in with her younger brother Corey. They're going to start a rock and roll band called Jaded.
Oh, yeah.
She would be the lead singer.
Cool.
Whatever happened with that, I don't know. These days, she's been married to a guy named Robert since 2002. They've got 2 lovely kids, a daughter named Lily and a son named Robert. So.
Dan still gets Christmas cards.
Yeah, it was just one of those funny, quirky things, and she was pretty adorable. Tammy Wynette, Stand By Your Man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the biggest iconic tunes to come out of 1969. Tammy Wynette, Born This Day. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman. Mm-hmm. Giving all your love to just one man. What?
It's just, I love it when you do dramatic readings.
Song makes me weep openly. You'll have bad times, you'll have good times doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, be proud of him, because after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man. What's going on historically speaking? Huge day, 1921. This day, Heidi, have you ever had a bottle of this. 1921, this day, the iconic perfume, Chanel No. 5.
I have not ever had Chanel No. 5. No.
Released by fashion designer Gabriel Coco Chanel. Think about this. How many scents, how many colognes, how many whatever have come and gone over the years. 101 years after the fact, this stuff is still one of the biggest sellers in the world.
Yeah.
In fact, you jump into Macy's right now, over at the mall, grab yourself 3.4 ounces for about $146. I know.
That's expensive stuff.
1925, Dayton, Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. Public school teacher John T. Scopes arrested for teaching the theory of evolution.
I watched the movie that you suggested I watch.
Inherit the Wind from 1960.
Very good. I watched it.
It was fantastic.
You tell me I never watch what you tell me, but I did. I did it, Dan, just for you.
John, here's a $1. That would spark the Scopes monkey trial. Eventually, John was found guilty, paid a $100 fine, and all that stuff was wiped out years later by a different court going, nope. Remake of that movie, by the way, John, 1999 with George C. Scott.
Oh, I got to watch another movie?
Nah, it's not as good as the original. And in 2007, speaking of famous people, Paris Hilton, ladies and gentlemen, sentenced to 45 days in the Slam for violating her probation. The then 26-year-old pulled over for speeding at night, no headlights on, suspended driver's license. Because she had recently gotten a drunk driving charge, which is why she was on probation.
Yeah,
Right.
don't do that.
She got married last year, finally.
Nice.
After
I'm happy for her.
after all the shenanigans and weirdness and stuff, yeah.
Good for her.
I didn't even get an invite.
His name's Carter,
Nice.
Harder.
and he comes from a very wealthy family.
I like that you know this stuff.
Yes. I wish them the best. He's a fairly handsome fellow.
Good to know.
So,
Dan watched their wedding video.
there you go. I went. I was actually parked cars, but so I know, we all know. We just bounce forward here.
Gonna do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news. We're going to chat today with Edward. He's got an event coming up in Sioux Falls. It's called Bitcoin Day. Edward, how you doing, sir?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Excited to chat about this. I saw this pop up on Facebook the other day, and I reached out and said, hey, let's talk a little bit about this, because a lot of people listening have probably heard of Bitcoin, and some people listening probably even have Bitcoin, but then there's like a bridge between those where I'm kind of familiar, but I don't know a whole lot about it. Tell me a little bit, first of all, about the event that's coming to Sioux Falls, and is it geared towards people who are currently doing stuff with Bitcoin or people who want to learn about Bitcoin?
Sure, yeah. So Bitcoin Day started in Omaha, actually, back in 2014, and then, COVID hit and all that good stuff. And so last year we brought it back, starting in Omaha again. But the goal was to educate people. So we want to certainly have people who don't know much about Bitcoin or just heard about it and don't own any. But the goal is to bring them into the same room as folks who know a lot and are well-educated and experts and want to have conversations about what it is as money, what it is from a freedom aspect, what it means to be in this new digital revolution, basically.
And this is something that's been fascinating during our lifetime to see something like this go as fast as it has. There's a lot of things that you look back and go, oh boy, I wish I could have bought IBM stock when that was brand new. Or I wish I had Apple stock back in the early 80s. These things that have performed well, usually it's way before I was investing or way before I was even in a position to know what it was. But this has kind of been on the radar a short amount of time, and it's been really fun to watch. And with you being involved in this, it's probably been pretty fun to be in the driver's seat on some of this too.
Yeah, I mean, certainly if you look at like how, there's charts out there of like how long it took TV to be adopted or how long it took radio to be adopted, how long it took internet to be adopted, or, this is, if you go from 2009 when an anonymous person or group of people, Satoshi Nakamoto, released Bitcoin to today, I mean, we have a whole new monetary system that we can transact with people around the world that has sprung up and matured and developed and continue to do so. I mean, it has been exciting for sure. like that from various ends of the spectrum. It's been quite an adventure, that's for sure.
And I'm on the website right now, bitcoinday.io, and I see Sioux Falls is kind of front and center because that's the next event. It's going to be here later this month, but you have other tour stops coming around the country as well. So is your mission to kind of get out to every corner of the country then?
Yeah, so there's a lot of times in our industry, there's these big events that are on the typical cities, right? The Miamis, Las Vegas, stuff like that. But the goal is to have folks who are not wanting to travel or have family or jobs they can't leave, and the goal is to have them be able to learn about Bitcoin in their town. So we want to focus on folks that are people that are involved in the Bitcoin community locally, but then we're also bringing in speakers from across the country too, as part of the event to speak and share their knowledge and experience with the audience.
Well, the event is coming up on the 21st, but if people want to get tickets, they want to do that sooner rather than later. I'm on the site. I see if they wait too long, they get to pay a little more, don't they?
Certainly want to help for planning, and we want to make sure that people are incentivized to get their tickets early. So yeah, I think if it's the week before, the ticket price does go up a little bit. But if you buy right now, that'll be the best price you can get.
And the thing that's nice, even if it does bump up a little bit, it's not a ton, but I understand when you're planning an event, you kind of want to get numbers ahead of time so you know how to plan. The event is happening in Sioux Falls. It's at the Holiday Inn City Center, downtown Sioux Falls. Great place for an event like this. How many people do you guys anticipate will be at the event? Do you kind of have a rough idea?
Yeah, so normally these events, like you mentioned, these are not in the huge metropolis areas on purpose, right? So we normally have, based on what market we're in, so we've been, you asked earlier about where we have been recently. We went to Omaha, Kansas City, Sacramento, and then Oklahoma City. So Sioux Falls, typically our typical attendance is about 100 to 200 people. So that's what we expect for Sioux Falls as well.
Well, I think it looks like it'll be a really exciting day, and I know there are a lot of folks that are interested in Bitcoin. If this is something that's maybe popped in your brain and you thought, boy, I'd like to know more about it, it'd be great if somebody would put on a full-day seminar and explain it while they're doing it. Bitcoin Day in Sioux Falls, 21st of May. And again, Edward, thank you for taking the time to chat with us about this.
Yeah, I'll just add, this is your chance. Certainly you see headlines, you hear about it, and curious about it, but this is your chance to kind of come get hands-on as well, where people will be there to help you set up a wallet, to buy some Bitcoin, and to, we'll have books and stuff on sale. You can dive in more. So it certainly is a learning opportunity, and there's a lot to learn about Bitcoin, and we hope to see folks there.
Again, it's coming to Sioux Falls on May 21st. If you'd like more information, the website, bitcoinday.io. Again, bitcoinday.io. I'll share that also at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now, stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Thunder Road Thursday?
Okay, it was a Thunder Road Thursday.
Yeah. I'm getting
That's right.
I'm getting my. I didn't pick a winner yet, but while you're talking, I'm going to get one.
No, you were slick with the plug thing.
I do what I can.
Yeah. We're actually giving away. The title to Thunder Road. Everything, the buildings,
No,
the equipment.
it's some gift cards. Do you want me to just announce the winner right now? Because I just went through it.
Yeah, if you got one, John. Absolutely.
I didn't even have to ask Heidi what number because I always know what number she's going to pick.
13.
So
That's true. Yep.
And our winner today, the first ever winner of Thunder Road Thursday, is Michael Tharney.
Michael, Mr.
Michael.
Tharney. Now, what is that? Is that a gift card for?
Gift card to go to Thunder Road and.
Yeah, I understand that. But what is it? A couple
whichever
$1,000 or?
No, I don't know. It's you can go and I have one here. Additional amount today. Card not redeemable for cash. It's this, Dan. Hold that up.
You were doing so well, John.
Well, we were doing good for a second.
Thought he was a professional.
Don't say we.
How about this? Between now and next Thunder Road Thursday, I'll get me some more details.
There you go. I'll be watching your mailbox for something we have no idea, Mr. Thorny.
I have it right here.
Thanks
I want
for
to say
playing.
it was a $25 gift
I don't-
card,
I
if
think
that
so.
helps to clear
Gotta be.
things
It
up.
doesn't say
Yeah.
on here because this is one of the, like a rechargeable card where they can put any amount.
Oh, sure.
I should have found out what amount. I'll know between now and next week.
Would
How's
have been a
that sound?
question probably anybody else in the world would have asked, John.
That's great. What are these things called? Details? Yeah, I don't really do
Okay, so here's the thing. About a couple days ago, we were talking about all of the job openings up at the Penn.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In fact, they have about a 46% opening rate. In fact, they're flying at about half staff
Yeah, that's a little scary,
at this
really.
point. And then here comes this story from the Minnehaha County Jail.
Okay.
Who are looking for a few good folks, but man, have they goosed things up at the jail. Holy cow. I'm probably going to go apply.
Oh.
Minnehaha County Jail looking for a few more correctional officers, and they ain't playing around.
Okay.
Gig starts at $23 an hour.
Nice.
That's almost $48,000 a year.
That's 10 times more than we pay per hour.
It's a 12.5% increase from what they were offering not too long ago. 12.5% increase.
That's awesome.
Turnover at the jail has prompted the county commission to reevaluate how they're getting things done.
It's a good plan.
Starting wage has been bumped up. There's a $4,000 signing bonus, which will be paid in increments of every 9 months for 3 years. So you'll get 3 payments of about $1,330.
So that's up to the Minnehaha County Commissioners?
Well, commission, yeah, this is all taxpayer dollars.
Okay. I
Hopefully
didn't know.
the people who have stayed on and have been good employees are being given these perks.
That's
as
always a
well.
big question, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah, I feel that way about my DirecTV. Minnehaha County jail warden Mike Matson says, quote, in my time here, I've never seen a wage increase this substantial. Yeah. It's a big deal because it is. With that bonus, those increments of every 9 months, you're getting a check. It's almost $50,000 a year.
Nice.
Jeez.
Plus the benefits, and I do believe there's dental.
Oh, wow.
I think. Huh. And they're saying it's a great way if you want to get into law enforcement. This is a great first stepping stone to do that.
It is.
Maybe
Yeah.
eventually end up in a patrol car, work for the police force, things like that. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm not seeing a downside here. And if you haven't been in the jail, it's a lovely facility.
Yeah. You don't want to stay on the other side of the bars, though.
Lovely.
It is. It's very
This-
high tech. It's very clean. I've toured it.
Yeah.
I've been in there.
You can tour it for free if you'd like. All you got to do is do just, the wrong stuff.
So say you
You'll
can be a
in there.
corrections officer there and say you're in a block with like 48 inmates.
Yeah.
And you get to interact with them and stuff and say, hey, stop that.
That's nice. You could do that. I've
All right.
seen you do that.
Okay, lights out.
You are qualified, Dan.
That's it. Back away. Keep your hands where I can see them. It's really not that hard. I think
Pretty
you
much-
need like maybe a GED to do this.
Pretty much what you do here. So.
Yeah. So there you go. If you've got half a mind to do it, this is a pretty slick gig, man.
It really would
with
be.
the county. So yeah.
I like
Kind
it.
of considering it.
Thought I'd share that.
Imagine the good times we would have doing
Oh, my
that job
goodness.
together.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding? That would be
would
awesome.
be
Nobody in their right mind would let the
Amazing.
two of you work together, and I
That's not
have
true.
chosen to let you work together.
But then I see, this bump and pay, and we keep doing this across the board because they're certainly raising things at the Penn too.
Yeah.
Much bigger starting wages, $5,000 sign-on bonus,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I hope that doesn't impede our, building of dog parks.
And skate ribbons.
I don't want to live in a
And
city
skate
where
ribbons.
skate ribbons, dog parks.
Thank you, Dan.
What we really do, $23
Wings downtown,
million
the
concrete
essentials.
parking ramps that
Are you guys done over there?
look like they belong in Bora Bora.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour
Hey, thanks for having me.
with Dan Ferris.
Because I feel had.
You have been had, and I appreciate it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, May 5th, 2022. Equity markets got a dose of good news Wednesday when the FOMC hiked interest rates by 50 basis points. The increase was expected and came with a tame outlook compared to what the market was fearing. Fed Chief Jerome Powell indicated an aggressive 75 basis point increase was off the table for now, and that a series of 50 basis point hikes should be expected. The risk for the market now is that inflation will continue to rise despite the onset of interest rate hikes and force the FOMC to up its game once again. If history is any indication, the Fed will have to spark a recession to get inflation under control. The S&P 500 surged more than 3% on the news, confirming support at the key 4,200 level. So long as this level continues to show support, the index will remain range-bound or possibly move to a new high. While there are many risks ahead, the outlook for the second half continues to expect supply chain improvements that should drive revenue and earnings for the S&P 500. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.